All right, here we go, my friends. Hey, it's old Pop's back with the POPZCAST. We got music, news, and more, all for you. Hey, if there's something you want to know about, you let me know and we'll get it figured out and find out what's going on, okay? But this week we got just a few things. We're not doing a deep dive this week. I'm working on the next deep dive. Right there. I'll have that ready for next week, along with birthdays and for August and a few other things that we're working on. Okay? But this week, we got a couple of things going on we need to talk about. In music, you got to take the bad with the good, right? And things happen and this, that, and the other, and I get it. And, we all have things we don't agree with, have things we do agree with, have songs we like, we don't, etc., etc. I get all that. But this first one, is one of those I'm struggling with a little bit. Because of the way things are now, right? So over the weekend, I say over the weekend, over the past few days, Miss Miranda Lambert was doing her residency in, I believe it's Vegas, and she stopped the show in the middle of the show because there was some ladies taking selfies, and I assume probably with their backs to her, taking selfies like she would be in the picture, like a lot of things are done now, what have you. And I get where you can get a little upset about it and what have you, but, you're a professional. You got to go on with the show. And this is just, like I said, this is my personal opinion, right? Because I look at artists all the time, and I see it when we do concerts over on the Patreon. I mean, they're actually, taking the cell phones from people who are up front and this, that, and the other, and taking pictures of themselves and selfies with that person and this, that, while they're on stage. I mean, it's part of the culture now. You got to live with it, right? We didn't used to have that back in the day. You used to go to the show, you'd watch the whole show and dance and headbang and whatever the case may be, and, you weren't able to take selfies or take pictures or photographs or video or anything else. Today you can. Everybody's got a cell phone. Or just about everybody's got a cell phone. So, I mean, it's just one of them things. I didn't really understand this, but y'all let me know what your thing is, what your thought is, and we'll see what everybody thinks. I don't think she should have stopped the show and really called out the ladies in the middle of the show like that. There was no reason for that. Now, if you're fighting out there or I don't know, whatever the case is, somebody gets sick and they happen to see it from stage and you stop the show for that, or somebody's getting pushed around, whatever, I get that. But because somebody's taking a selfie, I don't understand it. Miranda, I wish you the best. I always do. With all our artists, we want everybody to succeed, right? But I think you're going to take a little hit over that one. I'm sorry, right? All right, now, the second one. This is another one I'm not getting. No, we are not going to do this song. It's not going to happen because I've been told already by a few reactors, don't even try it because it ain't going to happen. And if you do get it up, they're going to take it down. Jason Aldean put up a new song video here in the past, I don't know, I guess it's couple months. And it's the number one country song on Spotify, I believe, right now, or last I checked it was. It's a song about small towns and what you can and can't do. in small towns and what you can get away with and what you can't. And you're not going to get away with a lot in a small. I live in a small town. I'm telling you, you're not going to get away with a lot. Everybody is a neighbor here. Everybody's a friend. Everybody takes care of each other. That's the way ours is. I know there's a lot of small towns in this country like that and across the world like that. Everybody knows everybody, right? But the video is catching some flack. It was taken down from CMT, saying that it was pointing out racist views and this, that, and the other. I don't know. I haven't seen the video, like I said. I can't even find it right now. But it will not be done on the channel because they are taking them off of channels. They are taking the video off of channels and or giving strikes for having it up and then telling you to take it down. So I don't know what's going on with this. I just know what I was told. So don't look for it on the channel. But if you want me to hear the song, I'll be glad to go listen to it and then tell you my opinion. But that's what, I don't understand that either. I really can't see Jason Aldean as a racist. I just don't see it. I mean, yes, I do know a little bit of Jason's music, and I've never heard him talk about that in any way whatsoever. Talks about a lot of bonfires and dirt roads and country life and what have you, but I've never heard him talk about any kind of racism or, anything like that. So, y'all let me know what you think on that one too. We'd love to know. Now, we got some contract news. Blackpink comes up for a contract renewal in August. It's getting close. We checked 3 credible sources out of Korea and 1 credible source out of here in the States. All 4 of those are saying the same thing. Very likely the contract will be renewed. But there are some rumors floating around that Lisa is looking in a different direction and Jenny is looking in a different direction, and rumors are rumors. We don't deal with that right now. What I know is it's been verified that they are in negotiations with YG Entertainment on the renewal. Nothing's been signed, nothing confirmed, but they are in negotiations. Now, how far those negotiations go, what's on the table, I don't know. Has not been confirmed by anybody that I know of. But sources say it's very likely that it will be renewed. So, we will find out. All right? As we know something, we will let y'all know. Definitely. Okay? Now, we're going to answer a few questions today. Like I said, there's no deep dive today because we are working on the next one. Right there. And I'm digging a little deeper as we go. As we go into these deep dives, I'm digging a little deeper on each one because I've been given some information after I got done with the dives on them before, and I'm trying to get all the information I can. But I appreciate all the information y'all give. Absolutely. So, okay. Couple questions we had, and we had some really good questions come up. And this is for everybody because you'll want to know these answers. I'm sure. I love getting questions, right? What we can do, what we can, etc., etc., etc. I appreciate that. I really do. And I appreciate all y'all being with us. Listen, First question we had. As a $3 patron, as a Purple Crew patron, right? Our Patreon starts at $3. Do we get a request a month, like you said, at that level? Yes. As of right now, yes. Now, we have 25 patrons right now, right? If we get above, probably I would say, 50, we may have to start doing some polls and breaking down some things and what have you, and it won't be, but we'll adjust that as we go, which is the nice thing about what we do here is we can always pivot a little bit, adjust a little bit, this, that, and the other, right? But as of right now, yes, you get one request a month at $3. At $10, you get 2 requests a month, and at, I guess, $30 or $35, you get 3 requests a month. Guaranteed to be done. All you got to do is let me know what they are. Now, if they can't go over here, of course, they'll go on to Patreon. But, yes, you do get the request at $3 a month. 1 request a month, guaranteed. And I appreciate that question. I really do. I appreciate y'all asking to make sure of what what you do get. Excuse me. Secondly, I was asked a really, really wild question. And I appreciate this one too. Said you're a metal, or you were a metalhead, a rocker, this, that, and the other. I still am. I still love my rock. I still have, rock on my playlist and this, that, and the other. Metal, etc. Yes, I still am. But I've found that I love all kinds of music, right? I didn't find that out until I started this. Until we started doing this, I didn't find that out, to be honest with you. And then I found out, wow, this is good stuff. But I was asked, what is your, because somebody had heard me say perfect album. What is my idea of a perfect album, and what is my perfect album, in my view? Well, this is a tough question, but it's a good question, right? What is a perfect album? Well, a perfect album, and there's countdowns of them over, all kinds of channels and what have you. A perfect album, in my view, is one that you put on. Like if you have a turntable and you put that album on from song 1, you don't have to skip a song because every song on that album is listenable. It's great writing. It's great musicianship. It's great, lyrics. The whole album is just a fantastic piece of music. You know what I mean? Now, what is my perfect album? Well, that's a really, really tough question to answer. Because there's been so many over the years, right? But if you want to know one of my greats, I would say Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. In my opinion, that album is just absolutely incredible. Not only the writing on it, but they introduced things on that album like, clocks and things as pieces of music. Different sounds that they used and this, that, and the other on that album were just absolutely incredible. So that is a example of a perfect album. Now, there's several over the years, like I said, in several different genres of music, right? But I do have a question for y'all at this point, though. Actually, 2, because I'm thinking about doing 2 countdowns at the end of the year, right? As of right now, in the new music released this year, what would be your song of the year? Let me know down in the comments. What would be your song of the year this year? and what over the years would be your number one perfect album. I'd love to know that. Just out of curiosity. So, yeah, couple of great questions we had this week, and I really do. I appreciate the questions, because I always want to give you all the answers you want to hear, right? Or you need to hear. No, it ain't always what you want to hear, but I want to give the answers. You ask a question, I want to give the answer. We're very open here. I'm happy to answer anything. And y'all let me know what you think. What you think of what we got going. If you have a request, please leave it down in the comments. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can't lose anything. Doesn't cost anything. And have some fun with us. Right? We do all requests here for those. That's the other question I had. Are you truly all requests? Yes. All requests here. Now, the only time I'm not doing that is this past Friday and this coming Friday. I'm putting 4 artists up. I put 2 up this last Friday, and I'm putting 2 up this coming Friday that were huge on the old channel. I mean, had big time views. Just to see if y'all want to see more from them. And if you do, please let me know. Other than that, yes, we are all requests. We do not play anything that is not requested. If it is not requested, and believe me, we've had some big hits over the past several months, that some big artists that have released stuff that we've never had a request for, so it's never gotten played. Now, we will answer a couple more questions next week. Of course, we will have music news. Matter of fact, we'll have some tour dates coming. And we're going to do a deep dive on our next artist. I was asked to go around the wall behind me and over on this side over here and do deep dives on the artist. Well, that's what we're doing. Okay? And the wall will be changing. We've got some new stuff for it coming up very, very soon. Y'all don't forget, join us this week. Going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff coming. Going to have a good time. And if you want to join us on the Patreon, like I said, starts at $3. And you do get a request a month, guaranteed. All you got to do is let me know what it is. Okay? We've got all kinds of concerts and everything else over there, all right? My friends, thank you so much for joining me. Listen, you got a question for us? Let us know what it is, all right? If you've got something you want answered, you let me know what that is. We'll do it. And, of course, if you have a request, all you got to do is leave it down in the comments. It gets put in the book, and I get to it as fast as I can do it. All I ask is that you be patient because we have a lot of requests. Okay? All right, my friends. Y'all have a fantastic day. I will see you later with a couple of great ones. Got a block coming up this afternoon. I'll see you then. This is Old Pops. We are out.